I'm going to ask you a personal question now. Tell me honestly, how big is your WIP pile? If you're wondering what I'm talking about, WIP stands for work in progress. And if you're anything like me, your WIP pile is starting to get a little bit out of hand. Perhaps you batch cut. If you do, I commend you. But maybe you batch cut and then work on one project and the others get put to one side. Maybe you lost faith in the pattern as you were sewing it. Perhaps you weren't sure if it was gonna look good on you, or it was gonna fit you, or there was something different that you're not normally sure of. So many reasons why projects get put to one side. So if your pile of unfinished projects are starting to mount up like mine, I have just the thing for you. All this week, I'm inviting you to join me on social media and on the Thready Set Go forum to share the projects that you are working on. I've got photo prompts, I've got pledges, and at the end of the week, we're gonna have a virtual get together through Thready Set Go. It will be an online wrap up party where we can share the projects that we have been working on, celebrate our achievements, and I've even got special guests from the Northern Soul Sisters. If you follow them on YouTube, you'll know, but it's Tamlin, Ruan, and Rachel, three absolutely lovely ladies who I'm gonna be having a chat with, talking all things sewing and asking them how big their WIP pile is. My WIP pile is about 6 deep at the moment, so I'm tackling one project, but I thought I would show you some of the things that I've got in my box of doom here. So the project that I am halfway through sewing is the Styler Patterns Abingdon dress that I have cut out in this Fabric Godmother Like a Zebra jacquard viscose that we had in the luxury SewHayleyJane boxes 2 Novembers ago. As you can see, oh, everything's falling off. As you can see, I have already done most of the work. The shearing is done on the sleeves. The shearing is done on the bodice. So we've got the front and the back. We've got shearing. I just have to attach the neck facing, then attach the sleeves to the bodice, sew up the side seams, and hem it. Oh, add the skirt as well, I think. Maybe there's a skirt to add. I need to obviously go back and look at the patterns. That's the thing, when you get halfway through a project and then you put it to one side, it can take a little bit of time to wrap your head around where you need to pick up from. Why did I put that one to one side? I think I lost faith in that project. I was really, really excited about it, but it's a style that I haven't really worn much before, and I was a bit unsure as to how it's going to look on me. But I'm never gonna know if I don't finish it. So I need to get it finished, and maybe I will have something absolutely amazing and I'll be so pleased. Maybe I'll find out that I was right and that style's not for me and I won't do it again. Who knows? Next in the pile is the Love You Sew Patterns Spring Roll Pouch. I have had this cut out since the spring of 2023. Back when we had fat quarters in the SewHayleyJane boxes. This was the Meet Me in Paris box. So the fabrics are these really beautiful cafe, croissants, coffee, tea, pictures of the Eiffel Tower, things like that. I saw the spring roll pouch on Instagram and instantly went, oh my God, that looks amazing. It's a really cool design, but I got it all cut out. I haven't made many bags or pouches or things like that before, aside from your standard zipper pouch. I have made a couple of bags, but there's so many pieces involved and I think I got a bit scared. There's also a really big zip, a really big double-ended zip. So yeah, I cut it all out. I interfaced everything and then it got put to one side, probably because I'm more of a dressmaker than a bag maker. I put it to one side, moved on to a garment, and then it's been left for nearly 2 years. So that is the one that I'm going to carry on working on after I have finished my styler dress. All right, what else have we got? This, I'm really excited about this. This is gonna be absolutely gorgeous, I can tell. It's the Silver Saga Eleonora dress. Again, I've done the shearing on the bodice and on the sleeves, although I'm not actually sure where the sleeves are. I definitely did the shirring on the sleeves, I think. So I need to hunt those down. The other thing I did that was really, really fiddly, because the top of the bodice is really, really wide, you then have to double hem it. You have to fold it over, and then elastic is going to go through the channel. And it's really tricky, and it doesn't feel like it's coming together very well, but once the elastic's in, I know it's going to look gorgeous. Now, I started this project when the most recent series of Bridgerton was on, and it was going to be a whole YouTube video about a modern day Bridgerton inspired dress. It took a little bit longer to get around to making it than I hoped. Bridgerton has been and gone, and it kind of wasn't very timely anymore. So I'm going to put this to one. I'm going to come back to this when the next series of Bridgerton comes on. Hopefully there will be a next series, because I absolutely love it. Okay, the next one is probably the oldest one that has been languishing in my pile for far too long. It is the Winnie pajamas from Merchant & Mills. Again, it's a really beautiful fabric from Rooted. It's this breeze viscose. It's really, really stunning. Everything's cut out. That's as far as it got. Everything got cut out. And then I think because it's pajamas, I decided to move on to something that people are going to see. That people are going to, you know, that's actually going to get worn out of the house. Pajamas, I desperately, desperately want a pair of luxurious pajamas for lounging around the house in, but I almost have got it into my head that there's no point making it because no one's going to see it, which is ridiculous really, isn't it? So I will get this done at some point. I definitely will. I think it's going to be lovely. The newest pattern in the WIP pile is the Closet Core Knix dress, and I have cut it out. I think I've done the stay stitching. I think that's about as far as I've got. I've cut it out of this really beautiful shimmery viscose that we had in the classic SewHayleyJane boxes in December. Because it's shimmery, I was planning for it to be a Christmas day dress or a Christmas something to wear for the festive season, but I just ran out of time, so it got put to one side. I did do the stay stitching. I have found it now. I have done the stay stitching. And yeah, this fabric is gorgeous. So this one hopefully will get done in time for next Christmas. The final project that is in my pile of unfinished projects is the Jennifer Lauren Pippi pinafore. Everything is cut out. Clearly I have marked tailor's tacks and things like that. I've cut it out of a baby cord and a cotton leopard print. Both of the fabrics were in classic SewHayleyJane boxes. The leopard print was going to be the lining and the cord on the outside. I can't remember why I didn't carry on with this. I think again there were so many pieces, I just didn't have the time to dedicate to it when I cut it out, so it got put to one side. I think I had to do some real pattern Tetris to get it to fit out of the cord. The cord was quite narrow, so I think I lost faith that this is going to work. I will get back to it. I will. This is probably the one that I'm least excited to get on with, so I'm gonna put that down for now and work on the other ones. So I'm really excited to get started on a couple of my projects this week. Having a group to sew with is so much more motivating sometimes than sewing on your own. Sometimes if you're on your own, we all love sewing, that's why we're here, but it can be really solitary. So having a group to sew with and you're all working on a common goal to tackle something from your WIP pile can be really motivational. So I really, really hope you'll join me. Come on into the forum. The forum is completely free to join. The events that are happening are free to join as well. We've got a WIP and Sip on Wednesday evening, which will be come together and work on your project whilst chatting and having a drink of something as well. And then, like I said, on Friday, we've got our wrap-up party starting at 7 o'clock, where we can celebrate what we have achieved. Even if you haven't finished something, the fact that you've been working on it is something worth celebrating. So I really hope you'll join me. All the links can be found below, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.